last episode of James Montreal Brewery Season 2. This is the 20th installation, and I'm quite proud that, not really proud, but I'm glad I kept to my word that I said in the beginning that I'll try to make 20 episodes, and each one of them will have a different point of view, and I did. In fact, I found 20 different positions for the camera around my living room, and the reason I did this is just I want to evaluate them soon enough, and for the next season, which is coming up next week, so stay tuned for that. I'll have the best ones will be the ways presented in the future. So I don't want to use less the point of view where the light is not too good, or where you can't really see me, or my face is cut out like that, things like that. I want to avoid that, but I was just experimenting around, I suppose. But it's been quite fun for me. And for the next season, I'm thinking whether I should change my grading scale to the 10-point scale. Originally I said probably will, and I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I kind of like the grading scale I'm using right now, because it doesn't, the scope is not too vast, too wide. There's only 5 points, and I'm not using zeros, so 3 is my midway average kind of point. So it goes from 1 to 5 with half grades. And I thought it wouldn't give me enough freedom to grade different beers and compare them, but I found it's quite reasonable overall. At least it's fairer than my initial grading scale I used in my first season. Also, I did give quite a few 5s, because I believe that the beers actually deserve that. I think it's kind of fair. So another thing I have to say before I begin my actual review, which would be of this beer, and I thought it's pronounced Löwenbräu, but it's actually in German. The German folks, they pronounce it Löwenbräu, which means the Loi-ven-broi. Anyways, before that, I've got 2 more announcements. First of all, the Montreal Beer Fest started yesterday and it's going to continue till Sunday. I did get a chance to look around today, but I came too early. I think it was like 11 AM, and it wasn't quite prepared to. It was open, but a lot of the stands, a lot of the tents were not really operating at that time. I just took a look around, and I might go there on Saturday or Sunday. Well, I'm sure going to visit Sunday. I'm just not sure. So tomorrow I'm going to be busy, and I still want to get a good chance to try some beers. Even though I understand that on the weekend it's probably going to be full of people, because it's one of the largest in North America, I believe. And it does give us a good chance to try a lot of the beers that are not really sold here, and buy some glasses. There are a lot of glasses I've seen today for sale. Not really cheap, but it's worth it. Anyway, and the final thing I'm going to say, I'll just keep it to the very end of this video. Has to do with a little challenge I made up. Anyways, let's get reviewing with Lowenbrau. Yeah, this is a brewery from Munich in Germany, Bavaria, and it's been producing the sort of typical traditional styles from Munich. This is just a pale lager, right? But from what I remember, and I've been acquainted with this beer quite for many years. It's been quite a while. It's a really above average kind of lager from what I remember. But I haven't had this for at least a year or 2 years, something like that. So I think it's a good chance to reevaluate this whole thing. They do have many other varieties, as I've said, traditional German, typical Bavarian kind of beers, but I've never seen anything apart from the original. This is a can, 5.2% ABV, slightly above average for your lagers, I think. And you can also find this in different kind of bottles. I think half-liter bottles, or the smaller ones, 12 ounces or something. There's nothing else on the actual can apart from the ingredients or different languages and things like that. So let's get reviewing and let's get pouring. This is a Munich style pale lager. And this is already going not too well, spilling beer. From this I can conclude that this is a very fizzy carbonated lager. You can see loads of bubbles, and the head's kind of coming down. It was nice and fizzy, but now it's pretty much coming next to none, which kind of, it's not a good thing in my evaluation. Kind of take points off for this, but let's smell it now. I don't know. Very grainy kind of smell. I do smell some dry malts, a touch of hops as well. I mean, the grainy smell is not vague or anything, but it doesn't have a lot of complex things going on. Maybe a touch of lemon or anything, not too fruity. Can't smell anything like the apple or green grapes, like some lagers give you that smell, but not this one. Okay, let's try it. The taste is much better than the smell. That's for sure. You get some nice kind of dry malty start, and it's fairly sweet too. You get a bit of like lemony kind of notes, and that kind of flowery notes as well. And then the finish is nice and bready, a bit dry. And there's not a whole lot of flavour going on, but it's certainly not watered down. I forgot to say the colour is very pale, kind of yellow golden colour. This is probably really similar to even the American macro lagers or anything like that. Nothing special. It's certainly not as dark as some other German lagers like Dab. So yeah, as far as the appearance goes, not really impressed with it, but the flavour kind of pays off. Very, very smooth, very easy drinking, even though it's 5.2%, but it goes down as smooth as a light beer, but much more flavour going on. So I'll come back to this. I'm sorry I spilled some beer, and I'll give my final word. There's not a whole lot to say about this beer, but I'm not disappointed, not impressed too much either. Okay, so I'm back. My final word. What can I say? It's nothing special. It's just a pretty good, decent lager from Europe. Pale lager. I mean, it's nothing exciting, nothing extravagant. It's drinkable. I'll give it that. It's a very drinkable, smooth, crisp kind of beer. But as far as the flavour goes, there's not a whole lot to it. Started getting some apple, just a tad maybe, as I went through it. Almost done here. I'm a bit disappointed compared to my previous experience with this beer. I guess my palate wasn't as as it is now, and I didn't really understand a whole lot about beer. But it's not bad. There's nothing off-putting to this, except maybe for the appearance. It wasn't too good. As far as the grade goes, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. That's it. No point here. It's just average. Nothing bad, nothing good. In the middle. I think there are many other choices from the Euro lagers which I probably go for instead of Löwenbräu, but it's not bad. It's something I can have a few of these. I wouldn't have a problem with that. That's about it. That's all I have to say about this beer. Thanks for checking out. This is it for this season, for this review as well. And stay tuned actually for my challenge thing I'm going to present to you in a sec. See ya. Bye. Cheers. Okay, here's the challenge I made up. If you want to participate or not, it's up to you. It's just for fun, nothing obligatory. Next week I'm going to start my 3rd season, and I want to start it off with a theme. And the theme for next week is going to be wheat beers. So I'll do at least 2 different wheat beers for my first 2 reviews for the season. And my reasoning is just it's becoming quite warm outside, nice weather, and wheat beers are probably one of the best styles for the summer. To relax down, manage the heat. And so the challenge is this: you have to review. I mean, you can't. I mean, you cannot. I mean, it's up to you. You should review a beer that I haven't tried. It has to be a wheat beer. Now, it could be a Weiss beer, it could be a wheat beer, you know, the Belgian or the German tradition, doesn't matter. Also doesn't matter where it's made, where it's, you know, brewed. Could be authentic Belgian or German beer, or it could be made in the States or in Canada or anywhere. It doesn't matter. As long as it's new to you and as long as it's a wheat beer, that does it. And you know, if you want to participate, leave a comment or just, you know, make a video response to this next week. And I'll make mine. I've got two or three beers that I haven't tried, and I'm looking forward to it. I figured I haven't reviewed that many wheat beers up to date, and I really want to catch up with that. So that's it. That's the challenge. And if you want to participate, that'd be cool. It could be fun. Anyways, that's it for this review and for this bonus challenge thing. Cheers. See you later.